It's wild. Right now, I'm cooking my breakfast, and by the way, I'm having some onions and tomatoes and some purple sauerkraut. But this is wild. I uploaded a couple of videos regarding what God was sharing with me regarding how we're in healing truths moments at this time. And what revelation more of a dream that I was just having or had earlier this morning is that the dream meets us wherever we are. The dream meets us whatever level we're on. If we're on a natural level, that dream will meet us there regarding, okay, wow, look at this here. How did all that get up there? Regarding how, okay, I have to come back to that because I got to stay focused. Regarding how, I'm going to cut my breakfast off and get to what God is saying for me to say. Okay, point blank. Regarding how the holes were being dug in the wall, automatically God shared with me that was on the natural lower vibrating level, referring to sexual encounters. We're interacting with people sexually where it's destroying our walls, our connections, it's breaking down the walls of our spiritual connections. And those connections have consequences that lingers for years. I remember back many years ago, I learned someone's sperm or juices being released into you will be in your body 7 years. And then if you're having multiple partners that is releasing within your body, you have multiple things, generations, just all kinds of different things in your body from multiple generations of lineages of people in your body. That's a whole nother topic that I'm not well educated in, but I do know scientifically, biologically, having sex with somebody, I believe I learned back many years ago, a person's juices being released into your body, it lasts 7 years. Wow. So you're getting generations, their back generations, and that's crazy. But anyway, back to the dream, where on different levels, different vibration levels, different frequency levels, one is meaning sexually, people are having sexual encounters where they're destroying their walls, and you have to take it back to God to be able to take down the consequences of those multiple years of generations in your biological buildup in your body. That is something that only God can do. Now, another level of the dream is that I'm trying to sit on this stool and I got the one that's tall. But another thing, level, frequency, God shared with me the holes being dug in the walls is that you know what you're doing, but you think you're connecting with somebody that's on the same level as you, but then within the relationship or within the contract, you find out that they were not what they say or who they say they were. So again, you have to take that to God. For God to sever the consequences from you having bloody hands. You know, each of these levels, you have to sever the consequences that you don't have blood on your hands. That you don't have the consequences for what you didn't really know what you were doing. Or you weren't aware of what the other person was doing. But in order for you not to take consequences from somebody else's wrongdoing, that also is something for God to do. Because you may be guilty by association. But with God, you can have clean hands. Take it to God. Another level, frequency, vibration level, is where what we know the enemy is doing. We know what the enemy is doing. And we're letting the enemy do what the enemy does, because we're well aware of what the enemy means for evil. God will turn it around for good. And in each of those levels, that is the outcome. God will work it out for you good. But on this other level, this other frequency, you're aware and looking at the enemy do what he does. And the enemy is disclosing, tearing down the walls for you to have access to those secret, hidden, revealed truths. So a lot of times, you being aware of what the enemy is doing in your presence it's working for your good. So if you want to tear it down, I can't wait to see the outcome of this. Go right ahead, because I know God is using it for my good. And you will let the enemy, in your awareness, do what he's going to do. Because you and God, you already took it to God, and God already gave you the eyes to see, the ears to hear, and the wisdom to know, discernment and everything, that leave it alone. It's a tool in my hand. The enemy is a tool in God's hand, working for you, not against you. So you want to tear up walls? Tear up the walls. You want to do whatever? Go right ahead and do it. Because once it's said and done, wow. I would love to see the outcome of something more prosperous, better than what I even thought it could be. In the physical realm, it looks like it's being destroyed. But when you have the discernment of eyes and ears of God in your godly being, you may be called to leave it alone. And usually, when you're called to leave it alone, you basically have no control of what's going on. It's out of your hands anyway.